who I am just a huge fan of. She is Brigitte Gabriel, a terrorism expert and the chairman of Act for America, the largest national security grassroots organization in the United States. Brigitte, thank you so much for taking some time this Friday. Let's start with this issue of immigration. Gallup just did a poll this week. It's the #1 issue among the American people. This is really what got Donald Trump elected, isn't it?
It is, and Americans are concerned. And look, Joe, I am a legal immigrant to this country. I understand and I appreciate the importance of always bringing new blood to the country, infusing a country or an organization with new immigrants or new people who just bring passion and excitement and want to do something and become a part of something. But our nation is changing. The immigrants or so-called immigrants who are coming here today, the criminal aliens who are breaking the law to get here, have no intention of assimilating. They are abusing our system. They are using our system. And legal immigrants like me feel insulted when we hear the left in our country refer to criminal aliens as undocumented immigrants. So this is why a lot of people are sick and tired of, all the politically correct mumbo jumbo that the left is trying to shove down our throats about immigration. And that's exactly what got Donald Trump elected, among many things like the economy and national security.
Well, Brigitte, you make such a great point. Immigrants who have come here legally and the right way all these years should be offended, and language, as you say, is so important. People who come into this country illegally, they're not immigrants and undocumented workers. There really is, though, when we talk about people coming into this country illegally, there's a real security threat involved here, too, isn't there?
I lost your voice.
Brigitte, can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I can hear you.
Yeah, I've got you. There's a real security threat, isn't there, when we talk about people coming here illegally?
Exactly, because look, it's not only the MS-13 gangs who are coming here by the thousands and literally massacring our people in the streets because they are killing for entertainment. They're not just killing because they are defending themselves from something. So not only you have the MS-13 and the drug traffickers and the human traffickers who are coming in here who are willing to kill, but also we have the terrorists who are sneaking through the border. Look, when people hear pundits talk on television talking about OTMs, most Americans don't understand what they are referring to. But what they're talking about when they say they're concerned about OTMs coming through the Mexican border, they're talking about other than Mexicans. And who are the other than Mexicans? It's radical Islamists and terrorists who are working with the drug cartels, paying the drug cartels big bucks in order to come to the country. We know for a fact that Hezbollah, one of the largest terrorist organizations in the world, is working with the drug cartel in teaching them how to build tunnel technology between Mexico and the United States. So we know Hezbollah is already operating at the Mexican-American border.
Brigitte, you have been so courageous speaking out about this threat from radical Muslims, from Islamism. I think a lot of us Americans, we let our guard down sometimes. This threat to us here in America from Islamic terrorists, it's still real, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is real. Just because we are busy with other issues that are now taking our attention away, it does not mean that our enemy has forgotten about us. Look, they have patience. They can wait. Just because we've been now for a few months without a terrorist attack does not mean that we are safe. And our intelligence agencies are doing a good job in monitoring terrorists. But look, we have more than what we can monitor. We know that ISIS, even though their territory has shrunk geographically, thanks to the policies of President Trump, the strong policies on national security. But ISIS has taken its caliphate to the internet. The internet has become the new battleground right now. That's where they are recruiting. That's why they are organizing. That's how they are targeting youth in our own country and agents in our own country. So while we may no longer see a terrorist threat like 9/11 on the scale of 9/11 2001, we know that they are encouraging the lone wolf attacks. We know that they're continuing continuing to radicalize on the internet. So this is something that we cannot ignore. And we're not only worried about the terrorist bombing and terrorist activity, we are also worried about organizations operating within the United States, wearing the cloak of human rights organizations like CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, and ISNA, the Islamic Society of North America, that we know are a front for the Muslim Brotherhood operating in the United States, and now having influence, and now working to advance the radical Islamic agenda and forming coalitions with leftist groups like Planned Parenthood, the Southern Poverty Law Center, the ACLU, and the likes.
Brigitte, switching topics just a little bit, it appears that the Syrian war may be winding down. Would this be a good thing?
Well, you know, it is winding down, and it's only because we have been crushing ISIS in Syria. That's why it's winding down. Finally, we have a president who let the generals do what they do best, and that is make decisions regarding war on how to win a war, something that the previous administration did not do. So while it is winding down, the biggest threat in Syria right now is the Iranian control, because Iran wants to establish hegemony in the Middle East, and Iran is basically setting up operations. They already have operations. They have 13 military bases across Syria. They have major presence on the Golan Heights, which threatens Israel. This is why right now the negotiations that we are doing with Russia and talking with Russia, Russia is the only influencer and the major deal breaker right now in Syria. And Russia is the only country that has control over Iran, or what Iran can, well, has influence, control over Iran and what Iran can do in Syria, and that's where Russia plays a vital role. So you see that shifting world power happening right now. We do not know where that is leading at the moment. It depends on the outcome of the negotiations and the meetings, but Russia and Iran are playing a major role in Syria and what happens in the future of Syria.
Hey, Brigitte, give me a quick answer, and we'll get into this again next time we have you on. Act for America, you have a big national conference coming up in September. Tell us about it.
We have the largest national security conference happening in September 4th and 5th in Washington, D.C. It's titled Rise in Defense of Our American Freedoms and Values. And I encourage people to join us. They can go to actforamerica.org and get involved. We named the organization Act for America, not Think About America, Help for America, Wish for America, or Pray for America. We named it Act for America because you can do all the above, but without taking action, nothing happens. We need you in Washington, D.C. The left is showing up. We need to show up as well.
You are the best. Brigitte Gabriel. Brigitte, thank you so much